Hello universe, what's up? It is Brandy619 and many of you don't know, but I am a natural hair care specialist. I've been specializing in natural hair care since I was 18 years old. I am currently 38 years old. Before it was a movement, before it was a thing, okay? My mother is a master stylist. She is licensed in 3 different states where she could do hair all over the country. My grandmother as well went to cosmetology school. Went to cosmetology school as well. We all, actually, all three of us went to the same cosmetology school. At that time, it was J Boutique. However, I've recently been coming across some videos about the Gina Curl. Now, I checked a couple of them out. They do look very, very nice. However, what I want to say is that maybe there is one step or two that is a little different from what we all know as the Jerry curl. Okay? Now, I'm here in San Diego, California, where the California curl came out. Okay? And my mom also worked with Willie Morrow back then, when the California curl came out. So she came home and gave everybody a freaking California curl. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Okay? So you had so many different kinds of curls. You had the Jerry curl, you had the California curl, you had a wave nouveau, and actually like a wave nouveau, I honestly can't even say, I don't even think you put a wave nouveau, you don't even put rollers on it, okay? You don't set it with rods. However, this Gina Curl, you set it with rods, and I believe the rods that I've been seeing that she's using are the purple rods. Now, when it comes to Jerry Curl and California Curl, you have your gray rods, it all depends on, there is a standard rod that they use for, and that's probably why it's called the Gina Curl, because of the color rod that she uses. I really didn't get that in depth about why it's called the Gina Curl, but rods make all the difference. Now, if anyone is wondering why my face is so oily or looking however, it's because of course, after I finish washing my face with my Doodle Soon or black soap, the real black soap that comes in the big brick with all the little kernels inside of it, I gotta cut it and pull it apart and all that extra kind of stuff. I use that for my face, I use it for my body, and I use it to wash my hair in the bar like that. Just break pieces apart and just wash myself up like that. But and then after I do that, of course, I go in. Well, I've recently been going in with my ordinary products, of course, the toner, and I also have been using the niacinamide on my face, and then after that I follow up with my moisturizer that I like to use as a moisturizer. And when I tell you, if you guys don't know about not black seed oil, I just got done taking some black seed oil, so that's why it's on my mind. But this is hemp seed oil, and I get this from Coco Mojo. So you guys can go to cocomojo.com. I get a lot of my products from them, but I also have a lot of other links of different places you can get lots of oils and and gems and just different things like that, sages and different things like that. But that's not what this video is about. I just want to let y'all know, dang, why she's so greasy. That's why. I will do a separate video about the hemp seed oil later, probably even black seed, but you guys can find so many about black seed, but I think a lot of people sleep on the hemp seed oil. So anyway, back to the Gina Curl. So I believe the lady's name is Gina, and she's a natural hair care stylist, and I guess she is the only natural hair care stylist that is doing the Gina Curl. Now, I don't know if it's called the Gina Curl because her name is Gina and she's the only one doing the curl right now. Literally, it's the curl. And I hate always having to come and do these kind of videos, where it may appear like I'm a hater, but I'm literally not. I'm really, sometimes it kind of throws me off a little bit when I see people take things out. I'm all about reinventing some things, but it has to be super spectacular. It can't just be one little thing off and where you just, well, I'm going to brand this and I'm going to become sensational with this. I think that's super cheating. You know what I'm saying? Because you really don't put a lot of intense thought into how to make something super better. So my issue is, and it's not really an issue, but I just want to let you guys know, I do think that the Gina Curl is beautiful. I see that she has lots and different customers coming in. But what I want to tell you guys is that it is a thio. That means that there is a chemical that is going to be going on your hair. The only difference between, now first let's set this straight. Okay, I'm seeing people not really calling it the Gina Curl. They're calling it the curly perm. I just want to let you guys know that a perm essentially is a curl pattern. Okay, that's actually what a perm is. A perm is when you get your hair chemically treated that in the end results a curl pattern. Period. They set rods on it and they make your hair curly. Okay, whether it's a loose curl, a tighter curl, or a wave curl, it doesn't make a difference. The only difference is the size of the rod that they use. Okay, now it is a chemical. I heard the stylist say, and if anyone want to check her page out, I think her page is called, her channel is called, I'll link it down in the description bar. But yeah, I don't know why I can't remember it at this point, but it is a chemical. I heard her say that this is a great way to transition from your relaxed hair. Now I'm saying transition into what? You know, most of us when we're transitioning from relaxed to natural, we tend to do lots of braid outs and lots of twist outs and different things like that. And as the hair grows out to a place where we can deal with it being at, when we're ready to make our chop or cut off those scraggly ends or those processed ends, we do braid outs and twist outs, and we go from the chemically treated hair, we cut off the chemically treated hair, and then what's left over is the natural hair or the virgin hair. Okay, but she said that this was a great way to transition from your relaxed hair. But I'm trying to figure out transition into what? Because when you make a transition, you have to be going from one thing into the next. So if she's saying from straight back into curly, I'm still taking issue with that, because the curly that she's creating for you all that have the Gina Curl is not necessarily mocking or mimicking the natural virgin texture of the hair, natural virgin version of the hair that is coming from the scalp. There's still a line of demarcation between the virgin hair and the processed hair that has been processed in the Gina Curl fashion. Okay, so you still have to go back and get the touch-ups. You still have to make sure that you keep your hair uber moisturized. Okay, your hair at this point has still been compromised and broken down. Okay, so please don't think that, you know, you going getting the Gina Curl, or, you know, if you are going from natural hair getting a Gina Curl because you want a looser curl pattern, you want maybe a little bit more manageability, I could see that. If you are going from relaxed hair but you want to appear like you have, this is your natural textured hair, I could see that too. But I don't want you guys to be fooled into thinking that this is a great style to use or to do while you're transitioning into your natural textured hair. No, it's still a chemical process. It is still loosening the texture of your hair. Yes, it may be making your relaxed ends. Oh, that's what I was saying. So back to the perm. The perm actually is a curly hairstyle where they use rods and they use and it's a biochemical process that they put on there and to keep and hold the curl pattern. A relaxer, you guys, is what most people mistakenly, especially in the black community or the brown community, whatever y'all want to call yourself, the Afro community, African American, whatever y'all want to call yourself. We always say, oh, I'm going to get a perm. Oh, I'm going to get a perm. But no, baby, that's not a perm. A perm is a curl. I don't care who you put it on. Black, white, Korean, Mexican. It's a curl. Okay? And the relaxer is what you put on your hair that relaxes your curl pattern. And if you leave it on long enough, it will straighten your curl pattern. Okay? So let's not be confused with the two. I cannot stand when I hear somebody say, "Oh, I'm about to go get me a perm." Are you girl? You about to go get a curl? Now, this is what I know from my history and my background from back in the 80s when I was growing up in a home full and around nothing but stylists. I have a cousin that's a master stylist out here. Well, I won't say master stylist, but she used to be called the Wave Queen out here. I have another cousin, her name was Ruthie. She was stylist as well. So I just grew up around that. It was definitely in my blood, definitely my calling. But I am just saying to you guys, hey, listen, let's not play these games out here, okay? If you are a natural person and you want, again, we're back in that space where we're just not ready for to really deal with who we are, i.e. our hair, and we are masking it again, yet again. Now, back in the 80s and the 90s, we was coming from a place where we didn't understand our hair. Because before that, our hair was looked at and shunned. You know what I'm saying? We had to cover it up. You know, it was, they spoke badly about it, and that's a whole nother video in itself as well. That's not even where I'm going with it. But I am saying now that you guys are a little bit more educated and it's more readily available to you guys, more to you guys today than it was back then. And I'm saying you guys because I've been, you know what I'm saying, put on about the natural hair and just about hair and the intricacies of it, period. Especially Afro textured hair. So, you know, you guys, listen again. It is a chemical. It is a chemical that you will have to go back and get touched up over and over again. It is a chemical that still requires lots and lots of moisturizing. Period. The same as your natural hair. So sometimes I don't know if necessarily understand why we go and do these things to our hair thinking that we're doing something better and we have this beautiful wave and curl pattern, but we still have to keep up even more maintenance. Actually, you have to keep up more maintenance with the Diva Curl than you do with your own natural hair. You're still going to, if you're not moisturizing like you're supposed to, you're still going to experience breakage. You are still going to have those ugly, scraggly ends once it needs to be redone. You're going to be in the same position you were in when you got that relaxer. You thought you didn't want the relaxer anymore, so you went from one extreme to the next. It's basically all you did. So, you know, if you just want to curl, hey, say I want to curl and go get the curl. You know what I'm saying? But what I am saying to you is that it's not making your hair any better. It's not a great transition from anything to anything. It's damage. Period. So, with that being said, you know, y'all don't be mad. I mean, y'all can be mad. Y'all can go ahead and come for me if you want to. I don't mind. Y'all know I got thick skin. You know, just be respectful. Be respectful, because you know I'll put you on blast. Anywho, but to all my diva, not my Diva Curl. To all my Gina Curl girls, to all my Jerry Curl girls, to all my Wave Nouveau girls, to all my Just For Me girls, all my Textile girls, all my natural hair girls, all my colored girls, all my, you know, whatever. All my natural Nazi girls, all my fun natural girls. Y'all make sure y'all go link up on my Facebook group for Fun Naturals. The name of my group is Fun Naturals, FUNNATURALS. We are Fun Naturals, so don't come up in there with no natural Nazi tactics talking about what's not natural and what ain't now. You do this and that and we like to have fun with our natural hair, okay? So, by no means, I'm not saying that the Gina Curl is an issue. What I am saying is that it's not a great transition from anything to anywhere, okay? It's not. It's just, once again, changing your natural textured hair and changing your old relaxed hair to make it appear like you have something like a 3C curl pattern, basically. Um, but damage still comes with that. And when you do decide that you want to come to the natural side of things fully, you will in turn still have to chop that off. It will not match your virgin hair in any way, shape, or form. And if it does match your virgin hair, it will still exhibit signs of damage. And it will still have to go. Okay? So, thanks for taking the time out to listen. Please like, share, subscribe. Be mad, thumbs up, thumbs down. Whatever y'all want to do. You know I'm not tripping. Because I'm going to keep it 100 at all times. Alright? And I'm gone.